if you watch any of my previous videos, I've gone over how Capcom's taken the ESG money and their latest words are hard some days. Their latest DLC for your the character from Spy Family being utterly horrendous. Trying to figure out why they're doing that. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you know why they're making female characters ugly. But Bandai Namco just came out and said why they're doing it. And you know what? Props to them for doing it. Props to them for saying who is telling them they have to release it this way. Bandai Namco localization team admits they order Japanese devs to censor their female character designs. We tell them that the cleavage is a bit too exposed or the skirt is a bit too short. Meanwhile, modders go in and make the characters what they should be. And of course, I did a video on how Capcom's throwing a fit about that and trying to lock down everything so you can't do that. But digressing, let's go back to this article here. And let's see what they said. Let's see what they actually said. Let's be frank. There is something fundamentally broken in an artistic medium when those in charge of shepherding it have begun to proudly censor and boast about censoring a given artist's personal work. Sadly, such is the case for mediums of video games, and as the localizers responsible for bringing Bandai Namco's Japanese titles to the Western world, puritanical censorship of said works, particularly any sexy female designs therein, has become not just common but the industry norm. And it absolutely has. And it's not just video games, it's not just anime or seen in movies. And it's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing because this is something I'd expect out of like Lindsey Graham, right? You're showing too much skin. You need to praise Jesus and thank the Lord and save yourself, whatever garbage. But this is coming from the side that was all about women showing themselves off, being proud of themselves. Now, don't get me wrong, I know why they're doing it. It's because they're all fat and mad, and these video games are sexy, unlike themselves. Anyway, now that I'm done shitting on feminists, let's keep going with the article. This unfortunate fact was recently confirmed by representatives from both Bandai Namco and Bandai Namco Europe during a recent interview given to the Japanese Times. As for their thoughts on local rounds of discourse surrounding English language localizers, ongoing self-important butchering of Japanese media, oh, that is perfectly phrased. Absolutely beautiful. Good job, Bounding. Bandai Namco Europe Senior Localization Manager Frank Gentry offered his support to the cultural imperialism and praised just how effective their censorious efforts have been, particularly regarding how Japanese game developers dress their heroines. Anyway, we tell them the cleavage is a bit too exposed or the skirt is a bit too short. I want to make so many comments. These people sound like Bible thumpers. And look, if you're religious, I don't care. It's cool because chances are you aren't running around trying to tell game companies to put their women in less revealing clothes. I'm not shitting on you. It's not you. It's the weirdos. Before, they weren't very flexible. They've become more proactive on such subjects. Yet, despite this brazen mission from the company's European arm, Bandai Namco localization project manager Pierre, I want to leave out the R. Frogget still believes, with a hint of irony, that localizers are working to ensure that players, whichever country they're from, should understand and feel the same thing as someone playing the game in the original. And that's never. You can't change something and expect it to be the same. It's fundamentally impossible. Efforts have been made to understand the needs of the English-speaking world. We don't want you. Further, the project manager revealed that the most common changes asked for by Western localizers related to such topics as alcohol, politics, or religion. What? These people are drunk 90% of the time, huffing their own fucking farts. And they're the only ones trying to interject their politics or get rid of religion. Okay. They're trying to get rid of religion, but they're arguing for the same things. For okay, cool. What? Moving on. Offering up an example for get asserted. Was it forget or forget? Founding. I think you made a typo somewhere. When there are people dressed in black boots and big leather coats in Europe, that could bring a mind of Yahtzee uniform. What? I think some of the coolest trench coats ever made were actually the British. But I guess that's what happens when you spend all your time trying to erase history to rewrite the future. From there, Froggatt closed out his time with Senna by reaffirming that his belief that Bandai Namco localization efforts are at least those he has overseen were all done in service of helping to create connections to Japanese culture and help Europeans discover its depth. No, if you're changing how they fundamentally designed a character, you're changing everything about that character. They designed it that way for a reason because it emphasizes something in the character design. We're all done in service to helping to create connections. While respecting both the game and the player, you're disrespecting both. You're actually disrespecting more than both those. You're disrespecting the creators, you're disrespecting the company, you're disrespecting the game, you're disrespecting the player, you're disrespecting everybody involved in the creation of the original and who liked the original. And while the act of confession itself comes as a surprise, its information does not, as of recent years, have seen Bandai Namco adopt female character censorship as part of their standard operating procedure for some time. In 2018, the company removed Phantom Remedy Mission from the North American release of One Piece World Seeker Phantoms DLC due simply to the fact that it featured a fan service scene of the female Strathem members enjoying a dip in a hot spring. Dude, everybody, it doesn't matter how terrible the show is. It doesn't matter how terrible the show is. It doesn't matter how much fillers in the show. Everybody loves the beach arc. There's nobody who doesn't like it, except for the weirdos. And there's so few of them. God, the beach scenes are always fantastic. Last year, data mining into their upcoming Amazon Games published MMO Blue Protocol revealed that US players will be presented with less sexualized and less feminized versions of the original Japanese character models. Fuck you, Amazon. I'm so sick of these AAA titles that had good games going and making absolute trash because they're fat female employees who are absolutely disgusting and smell like cat piss and cat food are upset that they're not fucking skinny as they eat 24 boxes of fucking Krispy Kreme. Put down the fucking donut, fat ass. Go to the gym. Quit being a fucking weirdo. Fuck. However, in an example of life's many contradictions, it should be noted that though Bandai Namco is clearly leaning into American stylized modern puritanism, that's it's kind of something I pointed out before I even read the article. Yeah, it completely like religious puritanism. Not all their productions have been affected by this way of thinking. For example, 2121. We're in the future, guys. 2021 saw the developer release Tales of Arise without any form of censorship. You know what? I'm going to open up another tab and I might just purchase that game. It's on PC because PC Master Race. I don't buy consoles anymore. Likewise, one of the main talents is in Tekken series director Harada, who is well known for his refusal to play ball with any and all attempts to shut down the fighting game's franchise's identity, including those which have attacked its roster of female fighters. And I know there was some concerns about Tekken being woke, and some people jumped the gun on that. However, your boy didn't, and saw the full clip a day later and realized they were making fun of the woke idiots. And you know what? I think that's enough of this article because we all get the point of it. We all get the point now. We all get the point. American liberalism, as it stands today, is pure cancer for any form of entertainment Well, anything really, but we're going over entertainment because that's my channel. Entertainment. It's this weird thing where if you're a woman, you should be liberated. But if it's a video game, you have to be the most strict adherence to what seems like religious puritanical beliefs. How dare you be fit? How dare you be sexy? How dare you look good? You need to cover up. And then they turn right around and tell all these women to open up an OnlyFans. It is the strangest thing. And that's how I know all these people are mentally unhinged. They don't have the mental faculties to understand that they contradict themselves and they're generally hurting everything, even though, they report billions of dollars lost in all these companies and how, oh, wait, I did a video on that. They're laying off tens of thousands of employees in January alone. But they don't have the mental capacity to understand what's going on. Only follow the dogma. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. You know what? This might actually help if I tag Bandai and when I post this to Twitter, whatever the hell X called now, and be like, hey, fans don't actually like this. Maybe it'll help. And not tag the American one. Make sure you tag the Japanese one. They tend to actually care. But yeah, anyway, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section on this one. While you're there, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. But until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.